everybody, my name is Molly Meep and welcome to The Deed. Now yes, what I ended up finding out about this lovely little game is that you are a man named Aaron Bruce who is the rightful heir to the Dunshield home. So you are returning back to your family home after soon finding out that your abusive father is wanting to disinherit you from his will in favor of your young sister. So our mission is to go back home to home and commit the perfect murder so that we can claim what is rightfully belonging to us. So let's go ahead and jump into the adventures of the deed and see if we can commit the oh-so-perfect crime and claim what is rightfully ours. Let's go! Alright, so I believe... yeah, it's arrow keys. Lovely, lovely! I heard there's multiple endings to this game, but I'm gonna see at least what I get for the first time around. Oh, hello. Let's see. F1 game options, Alt plus enter full screen, no thank you. Escape is to access menu and inventory and enter to proceed. I would like to play the intro, thank you. Click. My name is Aaron Bruce, son of Malcolm Bruce and rightful heir to Dunshield House. I have recently discovered that my tyrant of a father intends to disinherit me in favor of my deranged younger sister. My relationship with my family is strained, to say the least. I have decided that the time has come for my sister to be removed from this ghastly equation. I intend to put her out of her misery. Unfortunately, my sister never leaves the confines of Dunshield House, which makes the matter more complicated. I have not visited the family home in quite some time. I can't bear to be in that hellhole for long. However, my presence on the night of my father's 50th birthday will cause no suspicion. I must choose the timing and method of the deed very carefully. Tonight is the night I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Why do you have to kill your sister? Why can't you just find another way? Seriously, can't we all just get along? I guess not. Hello, Rain. 7 hells, George. Who has been responsible for maintaining the gardens? Used to be Big Jack Willis, sir. He's been dead almost a year now. I do a little here and there. Can't do much on account of my bad back, though. My sister hasn't offered to help you, then? Miss Jennifer isn't really the outdoor type, sir. I know, George. It was a joke. Very funny, sir. Let's go inside before the ocean comes to Dunshield. Knock a knock a knock. Homecoming. I'm home. Converse with your relatives and search the house for useful objects. Objects are divided into 2 categories, items of evidence and weapons. You will only be allowed to pick up 2 objects from around the house before dinner commences, so choose wisely. After dinner, you will have the chance to plant an item of evidence if you wish, and then commit the murder. There are many ways to do the deed, but only the cunning will succeed. Okay then.
Good evening, Mr. Aaron. May I take your coat?
Okay, so what I read when I did buy the game is that yes, everything that you say affects what happens in the game. So I have to choose very carefully what I say. Of course, I would rather keep my coat only if I can take your dress. Well, that's just rude. Of course you can have my coat. Yes, take this blasted wet thing off me. You're new, aren't you?
Sophia is my name. I recognize you from your pictures, Mr. Aaron. I am not new, exactly. I've been employed by your family for almost a year. It's just that you have never visited before.
I have been busy, I don't get along with my family, or get offended. Just what are you trying to say? Well, tell the truth. I don't get along with my family, and I really don't. My family and I have not always been on the best of terms, as I'm sure you are aware.
I may have heard a few things which gave me that impression. I hope that it's all in the past now, at least. You are here now, and I'm sure you are eager to meet with the others. Your father is in the library on your left, and your mother is in the parlor, which is on your right. Your sister is upstairs in her room, I think.
I know my way around my own damn house. Where can I find you, my pretty? And thank you. I'm not gonna be a creeper, so thank you. Thank you for your help, Sophia.
You are very welcome, Mr. Aaron. I will be in the kitchen preparing dinner. I'll sound the bell when dinner is served.
Okay, then. So can I move now? Ah, yes, I can. So, how do I interact with things again? Ah, here we go. You recall this old grandfather clock very well from your childhood. You used to believe that if it ever stopped ticking, time itself might stop moving. Alright. You can't leave now, there's work to be done. Well, okay then. Excuse me. I was just trying to examine stuff. Your mother has always kept the house populated with a great many plants. Oh. Well, my sister's up here. I don't want to see my sister just yet. Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum-dum. What's out here? Oh, hi. Walking into the pantry, you begin to salivate at the promising scent of roast beef coming from the kitchen beyond. Ooh, it's very pretty. You find nothing interesting in the drawers. On top of the cabinet, however, you see a blue box marked rat poison. Leave that where it is for now. I want to keep looking. Find nothing of particular interest among the items in this cabinet of the pantry. I feel like I'm trying to commit the perfect murder in Clue, except I'm not the one who's investigating to find out who committed the murder. I am committing the murder. Okay. You have no reason to interfere with the saucepans and crockery. But why not? I'm hungry. It seems the maid has left a sharp kitchen knife unattended. How foolish of her. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Leave the knife where it is for now. Hello, Mum. Oh, it's not Mum, it's this lady.
Oh, hello, Mr. Aaron. Is there something I can do for you?
What time will dinner be ready? I want to ask something about your time here. I'm sure you can do lots of things for me, lovely. I want to ask something about your time here. Actually, I wanted to ask you something about working for my family.
Oh?
How do you deal with my father's temper? What's it like working for my insane sister? Does my mother treat you well? Has George been bothering you? Does my mother treat you well? How is my mother treating you? She has a habit of falling on bad terms with the servants.
I can't imagine why. She has been an absolute delight to work for. She even increased my salary when your sister's condition deteriorated and I had to provide some care for her. Not every employer would have done that, so I'm extremely grateful. I only worry that Jennifer's strange outbursts caused your mother too much stress. Blech. More than once I've heard her swear that she can't take it anymore. I'm sorry, I must get back to work now. I will ring the bell when dinner is ready.
Okay then. There's nothing notable about this barrel. What about the fireplace? There's nothing especially notable about this fireplace. Well, fine then. So there's rat poison and a knife-scene knife over here. What's over here? This old stone fireplace has nothing to interest you. One of your mother's prized golden candlesticks sits at the center of the table. It would certainly make for an elegant traditional murder weapon. Ha! Yup, it's definitely like Clue. So what's it gonna be? Did Colonel Mustard kill the maid with the candlestick in the library? Alright, I'm going upstairs. Your parents' room has not changed in years. It remains a frozen time capsule of a childhood you would sooner forget. You get down on all fours and peek underneath your parents' bed, but find nothing under there. Oh, no porn? Everyone has a secret stash. It's just an old chair. Did I trigger a memory? Oh, I did.
George said you wanted to see me, Mother. Yes. Your sister will not be returning to St. Mary's this year, Aaron. Her condition has become too serious. I see. You nothing to say besides that, Aaron? No, nothing. This is precisely what I wanted to talk to you about. This silly feud with your sister must stop. Why do you think her condition keeps getting worse? Perhaps it's because you refuse to even acknowledge her. She killed Henry. For heaven's sake, Aaron, it was only a rat. He was my friend. I should never have allowed you to keep it in the first place. If you must blame someone, blame me. Will you forgive your sister? Never. Very well, Aaron, you leave me no choice. I will have to speak to your father about this.
Wow. This house always brings back far too many memories. Oh, obviously. It is only once you slide the top drawer open that you remember this is where your father keeps his shotgun. The shiny barrel almost seems to call out to you. Guns are certainly noisy but efficient weapons. I want to keep looking. You go through the wardrobe but find nothing apart from clothes and your mother's excessive collection of jewelry. Yeah, I want to keep looking. So there's a shotgun in there. Another of your mother's blasted plants. Ooh, what's that? He shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. Okay then. Nice little poem on a painting. You enter the surreal atmosphere of your sister's room. Mirrors of various sizes cover the walls, creating the eerie illusion of a crowded space. So many mirrors. Let's not break any of them. That'll be like, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, good God. That's like, what, 70 years bad luck? No, hold on. 7? No, wait. 7 times 7 would be 49. Yeah, 49 years of bad luck for me if any of them break all together at once. No thanks. Yep, so many mirrors. Your sister is too busy staring at herself in the mirror to notice you rifling through her wardrobe. You find a pair of silky undergarments with her initials embroidered on the inside. Planted in the right place, these might weave a tale of their own. Oh, that's pretty horrid. That's really bad. Oh.
Aha! I thought I smelled a rat. Have you come to see me, little rat?
I'm not a rat, I'm your brother. It takes a rat to smell a rat. How are you feeling? Hello, Jennifer. How have you been?
How have I been? What an odd thing for a little rat to ask. Normally they just say, squeak, squeak. You used to have a pet rat, didn't you? Remember what I did to him? Oh, how he squeaked. Such great pain for such a little creature. What did you want to talk to me about, little rat?
I see you're still collecting mirrors. Mother seems very worried about you. I'm going to make you pay for everything. Mother seems very worried about you. Mother says your condition has been getting worse.
My condition? What condition? I don't have a condition. You want to have me sent away, don't you? Well, it won't work. It won't, I tell you. Go away. I don't want to speak to you anymore.
Oh, I didn't even notice that she was actually sitting there. I literally thought that was a chair. Whoops. You don't want to sit around in this deranged place. There's nothing of interest around your sister's bed. Ornate clocks are your sister's third love, right behind mirrors and cruelty. Alright, so apparently there's her panties in there, which I could weave a very disturbing little frickin' tale with that. Ugh. You look at your reflection in the mirror. Funny, you don't look much like a murderer. Oop, we got another cutscene.
Mother says dinner is ready. Go away, little rat.
Jennifer, what are you doing? Why do you stare at your reflection like that?
Stop making fun of me!
I'm not making fun, I really want to know.
I just wish that...
What, Jennifer? What do you wish?
I wish you'd go drown in a lake.
Mother is waiting for you. Wow. Brother and sister hatred rivalry. My sister's obsession with mirrors goes right back to her childhood. I never did understand why. Alright then. You step inside your former bedroom, now a simple guest room. Most of your old furniture has vanished, probably thrown on a bonfire knowing your father. Well, my father sounds like a real dick. There is at least one item of yours remaining in your former room, your old fencing sword. At least this is a weapon with which you are very well practiced. Let's leave that. You don't have time to sit around and dig up old memories. This wardrobe is vacant and barren. Your bedside table has been emptied of whatever items you had left behind. The clock is ticking. Anything under my bed? Ah, the old bed. So many memories of long sleepless nights spent wishing that your entire family would disappear. Okay, well, seeing as my sister and my father are the worst of the two, looks like I'm gonna use them against each other to commit the perfect crime. Let's take the undergarments. Are you sure you want to take the undergarments? Remember, you can only pick up 2 objects. Yes, I'm sure. You take the undergarments and close the cupboard. Perhaps a plan is already beginning to form in your mind. Oh, yeah. Alright, so now I need to find a weapon that I want to use. Where am I? Oh, okay. There I am. So, how do I go elsewhere? Ah, here we go. Even now, the familiar musty smell of your father's library fills you with dread as you step inside. You have too many bad memories of this room. Hi, Poochie! Your father's best friend, a hunting dog named Beastie. The dog looks at you for a moment, then walks away when it realizes you have no food. Aw, Beastie! Oh, there's my asshole of a father. Hello, father. These shelves are labeled Arts and Culture. Shelves are labeled British History. Hey! Bloody enjoyable. This is a hefty tome of Bruce's family history. You feel sleepy just looking at it. Get away, boy! That chair is for the dog! Hello, father. Your father remains silent for several moments and a chill seems to pass through the library. When he finally speaks, it is in a quiet and bitter tone. You told me you never entered this house again, boy. Why are you here? That is none of your concern to discuss the inheritance. I know everything. To see you, of course, father. Happy birthday. It's obvious why I'm here. I want to put all that unpleasantness behind us and wish you a happy 50th birthday. Happy? You honestly think this is a happy day for me? Another day when I can watch my life's work crumble into nothing? Another day to see our bloodline slit its own throat? You know how to make me happy? Move back to Dunshield, take your proper place, and do your damn duty. You have to let me live my own life. I refuse to move back here and suffer your abuse. I will consider it if my sister is put into care. I guess I will consider it if my sister is put into care. If I were to move back to Dunshield, I would have certain expectations. Oh, and what expectations would those be? Firstly, I refuse to suffer your daily insults. You will need to learn to be more decent towards me. Secondly, I want my sister to be put into care where she belongs. I cannot live with her insanity for another day. You would like that, wouldn't you? You obnoxious little shit. Selling out your own blood. Those are my terms. Well, you know what? You can do with your terms. The nerve of you. You're the same snot-nosed brat you always were, boy. Obviously, I didn't give you enough discipline as a child. If you can't be civil, I will take my leave. Oh, you beat me plenty, I remember. Perhaps you're the one who needs discipline. Well, if you can't be civil, fuck you then. I can see you are determined to be impossible. I think we had better end this discussion now. You are the impossible one, boy, as always. But I think you're probably right about one thing. This conversation is pointless, and now it's over. Get out of here. And this is why I'm going to commit the crime with you and Sissy involved. The desk lamp provides a soft glow. When your father isn't looking, you quietly open the top drawer of the desk and take a look inside. It seems to be filled with his memorabilia. One of the items sends a shiver through your bones. The cruel leather toss your father used to beat you with when you were a child. Ah, the good old crack of the whip. Perhaps if you planted it in the right place, it might raise questions. Alright then, looks like I got my Wepson. My Wepsy. Yes, I'm sure. Let's take the toss. You grab the toss, the texture of which brings back unpleasant memories. You quickly hide it on your person and close the drawer. Boop. Ah, the sound of the bell. It's time for din-din. Again, a bell invites me. This time to dinner, it seems. Dinner is served. Oh, yes.
Sophia, could you come here a moment? Yes, ma'am? Pour me some more wine. Yes, ma'am.
But, madam.
Oh, what is it, George?
I must protest. It has always been my duty to pour the wine at dinner.
Oh, well, I don't want to cause any trouble.
Nonsense! What does it matter, George? Stop being overly pedantic. But I... Don't you think you've had enough, Mother? Do you let the staff speak to you like that? Come on, let George pour the wine. He just wants to look down your dress. Well, I don't want to snap out a tonesy tone, so let me see. Oh, just come on, let George pour the damn wine. Just let him pour the damn wine, would you? It's his job. You stay out of it, boy. If your mother wants the girl to pour the damn wine, then the girl will pour the damn wine. Of course, sir. My apologies.
An interfering little rat, isn't he, Daddy?
Yes, he is. Why can't you ever keep your mouth shut, boy? Perhaps I did speak out of turn. I apologize. Now, don't lose your temper, Father. Maybe you're the one who needs to shut his mouth. Perhaps I did speak out of turn. I apologize. You're right. I'm sorry. I must have had too much wine myself. You'd better not let it happen again.
Sophia, could you come here, please? Yes, Miss Jennifer? I just wanted to say that was the loveliest meal I've ever tasted. I don't know how you do it, you cunning pixie. You are too kind, miss. Of course, I will have tea and cakes for you in the drawing room as usual after dinner. Oh, you are so good to me, you sweet thing. So very, very good to me.
None for me, I'm full. I wouldn't mind some of your hot cakes. Hot cakes? Would you two stop flirting with each other? Sophia isn't interested in your advances, sister. Oh, okay. None for me. I'm full. I won't have any, thank you. I couldn't eat another bite.
Well, you weren't offered any, so there. Please, Jennifer, let's all try and be civil. Anyway, let's not forget why we are here today. To celebrate your father's birthday. Such a very important occasion for us all. You are so dear to us, Malcolm. Happy birthday, Daddy!
Indeed, happy birthday, Father. Let's hope it will be one to remember. Doing the deed. Now it is time to quickly plant any items of evidence you have. To do so, simply enter the desired room and select the item in your inventory. When you are ready, enter the drawing room to do the deed. Okay. Where am I? Oh, alright. Back upstairsy stairs I go. I go to my, well, not my parents' room, but my sister's room. Okay, then. You don't have time to search your sister's wardrobe right now. How do I get my items again? Ah, here we go. Let's save. Let's save the game, and let's do the toss. Your father's trusty leather toss. When your father used to beat you, he never even repeated the old cliche. This hurts me more than it hurts you. Boy, does that bring back memories for me. Whew. Do you want to plant this item as evidence in this room? Yes, yes. Oh, that's so wrong. You decide that your sister's wardrobe is the ideal location to plant some evidence. The police will definitely search this room thoroughly. Alright, so now I've got my sister's panties. That was my room, I believe. Yep, that was my room. That's Sissy's room. That's my parents' room. So, let me see. Let's just switch the places of the toss and the underwear. I'm gonna put the underwear in the drawersy drawer. Yes, you've already planted your evidence. Oh, okay, I guess I only needed to do the one thing. I thought I had to do both. Alright then. That ought to raise some suspicions. Hi! Hello, George. George seems to be busy sorting through the items in the household cupboard. Okay then. What's down here? This dusty old wine cellar is where your father likes to practice billiards. The laundry room is next door, and beyond that, the servants' quarters. No time for billiards. Aw, why not? All is vanity. A generation goes and a generation comes, but the earth remains forever. No greater grief than to remember days of joy when misery is at hand. Your father always keeps an impressive amount of wine stocked in the house. So he's an alcoholic, abusive, drunk person. Okay. Good to know. You find nothing in these drawers but useless cleaning supplies. So apparently I missed investigating this room. Oh well. Nothing in the drawers but clothes belonging to the maid. Oh, this was the maid's area. The maid's bed is immaculately well made. No reason to touch this right now. There's an urgent deed that needs doing.
Oh, fine. Don't let me search around.
Where's the damn drawing room? No time rummaging through drawers. You have a murder to commit. You aren't in the habit of sleeping in the servants' quarters. Yeah, I forgot to investigate over here. I had no idea. I had literally no idea that this was an area I could go to. I thought it was blocked off by the wall. Alright. Is it over here? Hello? Hi. The maid gives you an exasperated glance as she cleans some pots and pans. She's obviously too busy for idle chatter. Okay then. So where's the goddamn drawing room? Oops, I didn't mean to go that way. Where's the drawing room? Are you sure you want to enter the drawing room? Once inside, there's no turning back. Let me, how do I save again? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Let's save the save. Okay then. No! No! I didn't want to do that. I want to just back out. There we go. Okay, yes. I'm here. You see Jennifer staring out of the window ahead of you, lost in one of her strange moods. She hasn't noticed you enter the drawing room. Now is the time. Dun 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 dun, dramatic music. Choose the murder weapon. Oh, my bare hands. Who needs weapons anyway? You can best her with your hands alone. You creep up behind her and suddenly lunge forward, putting your gloved hands firmly around her throat. She gasps and struggles, smashing into the chair and then the desk. Finally, you manage to find a good grip, and you continue to choke her from behind until finally she goes limp in your arms. You let her drop to the ground. That was a noisy struggle. You won't have much time to get out of this room before someone investigates. Oh boy. You decide now's not the time for lounging around. There's work to be done. Damn it, the maid's coming! It's my sister. She's dead. Oh no, Mr. Aaron! What have you done? I don't know how my evidence is gonna play out when my hands are literally imprinted on her freaking neck. Good evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. I understand that this is a difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is! I want to know what you're doing wasting time in here while my daughter's killer is still out there. Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry and nobody was seen entering or leaving the house. It would seem entirely possible that the killer is in this room. What? No! That seems highly unlikely, Inspector. Perhaps it is, however. In order to follow protocol, I will have to interview each of you in turn. Miss Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first?
I suppose so.
Oh no, the interview. Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, I will need to search your person. Best to get these formalities out of the way. Is this really necessary? I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. Mr. Bruce, may I ask why you are carrying a pair of ladies' undergarments around with you? I don't know how those got there. Do I really need to answer that? I stole them from my sister. Actually, those are mine. Those belong to me, actually. You see, ever since I was a boy, I started wearing... that's quite enough, Mr. Bruce. No further explanation is required. Now that's out of the way, let's move on to the interview. As you know, I have already spoken to everyone else who was present in the house at the time of your sister's death. We have also now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we will run through all of your activities since your arrival. The maid says that you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock, and she greeted you at the door. She says that you mentioned during your conversation that you were not on good terms with your family. I meant that my family doesn't like me much. What I really meant to say is that my family is not on good terms with me. It's been that way since I chose to leave the family home. Ah, of course, I understand. Later you went to speak to the maid again, which is curious. Why did you decide to visit the kitchen? To make sure my family was treating her well. I had some concerns about the way she was being treated. My family can be hard on the new staff sometimes. That seems like a good reason. The two of you spoke about your mother. She was quick to tell you that your mother is an excellent employer. You went to see your father in the library, I understand. Your conversation became quite heated. Actually, I thought the conversation was civil. Of course it did. My father is an irritating man. My father has always had a temper. My father has a very short fuse. Many of our conversations go that way. Would you say he has a violent temper? Absolutely. I see. That's good to know. You discussed the prospect of your moving back to Dunshill. You said you would only move back if your sister was placed into psychiatric care. For her own well-being, of course. I had her own best interest at heart. She belonged in care. You may be right, Mr. Bruce. However, you seem to be the only one who felt that way. It's very strange that you didn't go and have a conversation with your mother in the parlor when you arrived. It makes me wonder what else you were doing that was so important. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? Yes, I did. Yes, I went to her room to see her. I see. And what did you discuss with her? Let's see. We discussed her illness and her obsessions. We spoke about her condition. I was aware that she was going through a particularly difficult period. Did she seem distressed to you? Yes, you could say that. She was not in a good place, mentally speaking. I see. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. I understand there was an argument involving the butler. You felt he was being treated unfairly. I was just trying to stir things up. No, that never happened. My family always treats the servants poorly. Someone has to stand up for the servants around here. My family treats them like dirt. Indeed, it was good of you to do so, Mr. Bruce. I understand you were the one who discovered your sister's body. However, it was not until the maid screamed that the alarm was raised. Unfortunately, this does make you a prime suspect. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. We found this leather torso while searching your sister's room. Do you know who it belongs to? Yes, it belonged to my father. Interesting that it should be kept in your sister's room. Was your father ever violent towards your sister? Let's just say he was never one to spare the strap. I see. I'm curious about the murder weapon. From your sister's injuries, we can guess that she was most likely strangled by a pair of strong masculine hands. That makes you, your father, and the butler more likely as suspects without completely ruling out the others. It is all very interesting. I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Frankly, your behavior leading up to your sister's death concerns me a great deal. However, the evidence against your father seems very compelling indeed. There is a question or two regarding the butler, but personally I don't buy it. Too cliché. Given the weapon that was used, obviously, suicide is not a realistic possibility. Now, as for what happens next, I am placing you under arrest on suspicion of the murder of your sister. I will be arresting your father shortly. Aww! I got arrested! You had succeeded in your plan to draw attention towards your father, which had led to his arrest. However, you had also drawn plenty of attention to yourself, and the evidence against you was overwhelming. When the police discovered your motive, that was the final nail in your coffin. At the trial, it did not take very long for the jury to return a guilty verdict. You were given a life sentence for the murder of your sister and would be spending the rest of your life sleeping behind bars. In your dank little cell, there was nowhere to hide or to escape from the nightmares when they came. The deed itself had taken possession of your soul, and perhaps this was her final revenge. Aww! Ow! Did you have to scream in my ear? Well, that just sucks! I ended up getting founded out. I guess I wasn't sneaky enough. But like I had stated, apparently this game does have multiple endings, where some of the endings get you caught, and some of the endings get you the deed, where you can claim the rightful heir of the Dunchiel home. So, I guess I am gonna have to try a few more times until I can finally claim the deed, so it is rightfully in my hands and I can have my damn home to myself. It did kind of have that same concept feel of like Clue, except you're not trying to find out who committed the murder, you're the one committing the murder. I do want to play it again. I want to see what other endings there possibly are, and what other types of things I can say that will affect my actions as the story progresses. And this time I'll actually go and investigate the maid's quarters and other rooms that I tended to miss out on this first time around. So anyways, guys, that is the deed, and do expect to see many more endings to follow very soon. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you all again in the next video. Bye-bye! Those are all the times you talked all that shit to me! Just screw you! Yeah, that was awesome! Even for a miss kick, I kicked his ass! Alright, let's do this again. Slash you!